Okay. Oh, why did I put so many paper clips? Yeah, there are a bunch of goofballs. I have a question. How did who gets chosen to like where the black people are? What do you mean? Like, this is our house. Well, faculty can't. So why don't you?
Good evening, class of 2024. You've made it, you've made it, you've made it. Let's also give a round of applause to our local fire department for being here with us today. Thank you. My name is Carl Papone, co-principal of Ellenville Junior Senior High School, and I would like to welcome friends on Momentum. Mic check. At this time, our festival choir, members of our festival choir to do the Star Spangled Banner at this time. Let's give it up.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose by stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. At this time, it is my honor to invite Jacob Roller, Soraya Cromwell, Cameron Kane, and Jillian Schwab, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. They will be serving our countries upon graduation in various branches of the armed forces. So once again, let's give them a round of applause.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Welcome, good evening. Students, families, friends, Ellenville faculty and staff to this grand occasion. The celebration of our beloved class of 2024. This evening, we gather to celebrate the incredible achievements of our graduates and to honor the support of their families and loved ones. Class of 2024, let's also recognize your parents, caregivers, guardians with a round of applause. Joining me on stage this evening, we have Superintendent Ms. Wild, Deputy Superintendent Ms. Kelly White, Assistant Superintendent Mr. Natalie, Board of President Mr. Also like to recognize people that volunteer their time. Our Board of Ed Trustees, our members, Mr. Bruce, Ms. Friedman, Ms. Little, Mr. Lowenstein, Mr. McQuillan, and Ms. Ramirez. Round of applause. Also joining us on stage, we have co-principal Ms. Ireland, Assistant Principals Ms. Galloway, Ms. Durr, Elementary Principal Ms. I, along with Elementary Assistant Principal Ms. Smith and Ms. Heidelberg. Round of applause as well. Thank you. Last but not least, we have Director of Health, Physical Education, and Athletics, Mr. Salomon, as well as School and Community Engagement Coordinator, Mr. Mulhern. I would like to acknowledge the work of our class advisors, Mr. McKeever and Ms. Caban. Thank you. To our student support counselor, Ms. Allen and Ms. Berry, thank you for your ongoing diligence in our students' journeys. At this time, I would like all the faculty and staff who are present here today to please stand. All our faculty, our educators, please stand. At some point during your journey, your educational journey, these educators were involved and contributed to your growth. A round of applause for our educators. Also, many thanks to the people behind the scenes, the graduation committee members, our student representatives, buildings and ground staff, security personnel, custodial staff, and our clerical, who worked tirelessly to make this event a success. Mrs. Lamondola, Mrs. Pike, Ms. Orr, and Ms. Smith, a huge thank you. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Lauren Durr, Assistant Principal. She will have the administrator's address.
Good evening, Superintendent Wiles, Deputy Superintendent White, Assistant Superintendent Napoli, Board President Matrician, esteemed members of the Board of Education, my fellow Ellenville administrators, faculty, staff, proud parents, guardians, and most importantly, the exceptional graduating class of 2024. Today we are on the threshold of a significant milestone, celebrating the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and growth. It is my honor and privilege to address you on this momentous occasion. To the class of 2024, congratulations. Your journey through these halls has been marked by challenges and triumphs, lessons learned, and friendships forged. Each of you has contributed to the rich tapestry of our school community, and today we celebrate your individual and collective achievements. When I was first asked to address this graduating class, I will admit I was nervous. I thought to myself, what advice and wisdom could I possibly have to offer being a new face? I searched and scoured books and the internet for motivational funny quips, but I came lacking wanting to ensure that my words do justice to the incredible journey you have all taken. Then it struck me. From the very first day I stepped foot on campus, you all welcomed me as a part of your family. Together, we created lasting memories that I will cherish for years to come. From cheering on the sidelines at sporting events, to having you all watched all of my missed shots at the Heat versus Suns game. You have continued to inspire and support me. To my cheering session at any class assembly, and to those who truly showed me how to Tokyo drift on a go-kart, I will be forever grateful. My hope as an administrator is that I have shown you that there is more to a person than what is readily visible. Don't be afraid to let others see all that you have to offer. Like one of my favorite quotes from an unknown author, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Dance to your own rhythm and embrace the journey ahead with joy and confidence. As one wise senior, Miss, you have this whole vibe I didn't know existed. Know that you can always count on me to support you all, whether it be to a willing dance partner in a dance circle, or provide the lyrics to almost any song. I, too, am your biggest fan. In closing, I would like to leave you all with one of my favorite parables. Once upon a time, a pencil maker took a pencil aside just before putting it into a box. There are 5 things you need to know, he told the pencil, before I send you out into the world. Always remember them and never forget, and you will become the best pencil you can be. First, you will be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held in someone's hand. Second, you will experience a painful sharpening from time to time, but this is required if you are to become a better pencil. Third, you have the ability to correct the mistakes you might make. Fourth, the most important part of you will always be what's inside. And fifth, no matter what the condition, you must continue to write. You must always leave a clear, legible mark, no matter how difficult the situation. The pencil understood, promising to remember, and went into the box with its purpose in its heart. Now, let us reflect on the parable and what it means for us. Like the pencil, we are capable of a great many things, but only if we allow ourselves to be guided and supported by others. The challenges and difficulties we face in life, those moments of sharpening, are painful, but necessary for our growth and improvement. We all make mistakes, but we have the power to correct them and learn from them. The most valuable part of us is not our external appearance, but what lies within, our character, our values, and our spirit. And finally, no matter what challenges we encounter, we must continue to move forward, leaving our mark on the world in a way that reflects our true selves. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, let us carry these lessons with us. May we strive to do great things, grow from our challenges, learn from our mistakes, cherish our inner strengths, and always leave a positive mark on the world. Congratulations to the class of 2024. May your journey ahead be as purposeful and impactful as the pencils.
Thank you, Ms. Durr. At this time, we would like to have our symphonic band performing Over the Rainbow. Yeah. Thank you. At this time, we'd like to invite Ren Anderson to come to the stage with a salutatory address.
Good evening, everyone. I wish first to extend my thanks to everybody here today and everybody who made this day possible. I wish to thank all the parents, guardians, friends, and family that are here to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of the class of 2024. To any person that has offered their support to myself and my fellow peers, to all that have been there when we needed them most, everything you have done in the shadows of the lives of the incredible people that stand before me has not gone unnoticed by those who have benefited most from your care. I wish also to thank the administration, teachers, and faculty from the Ellenville High School. The care and dedication you have given to us and this school has allowed so many of us to thrive and take the steps necessary to make this incredible leap from high school to the rest of our lives. You have each taught us so many things about school, about the world, and about life. The important lessons you have taught us will not be forgotten. Lastly, I would like to thank all of the people who have worked so hard to put everything together. People that put together this stage, the chairs, our gowns, our diplomas, and everything in between that we don't even know happened. Thank you so much. With thank yous out of the way, I would like to speak to my peers directly now. To my fellow classmates that I have grown up alongside since the days of youth, where the most stressful part of life was deciding which crayon was worthy to color our new elementary masterpiece, I offer you my most sincere congratulations. The English language often fails us on this day. You will hear congratulations countless times today, tomorrow, the rest of the week, and so on for the rest of your lives. Congratulations on cards and posters, passing in hallways, and all throughout this space the moment this ceremony is over. And after all of that, the word starts to dull a little. And I know for the people that don't know me all that well, my congratulations means little. But there is no other word to offer. You all have accomplished something, accomplished 1,000 somethings. Whether you thought this day would never come or have been waiting for it for years, it is important you realize just how incredible it is that you are going to walk this stage this evening. In 2022, just a few years ago, there were 2.1 million high school dropouts. 2.1 million of our fellow peers that were unable to accomplish what every single one of you has. You must stand here, and you must soak it all in, and look back at how far you have come. You all have climbed so far, and I know it wasn't easy, but we have triumphed over every Regents, every final, every ridiculously early morning and far too late night. You have accomplished 1,000 somethings. Academic, yes, but personal too. Things no one might know but you. You have won 1,000 battles to stand here today, and you must stand in victory. Class of 2024, will you please humor me for a moment? I would like you all to look to the mountain to your right. I want you to imagine what it might be like to climb that mountain to the very top. To start here at the base and struggle through every step to reach that impossibly high summit. To fight against every rock and root and tree just to take one more step and do it all over again. The exhaustion of something like that. It seems a little taller now. A trek that long sounds impossible to make on your own 2 feet. And yet, that is what every single one of you has done. You stand on your own mountain of achievements, and now it is time to stop and look at the brilliant view in front of you. It wasn't easy. And it won't be easy after this either. The view from here is important, but not a single one of you has reached the summit of your mountain of achievements yet. Not even close. There is so much more out there for all of you. A lifetime of experiences beyond this field and beyond those all too familiar hallways. I wish to share something with you that I was told by my Taekwondo instructor years ago. He meant it sincerely, advice on how to win, survive a fight if something like that were to ever happen. I don't think he knows his words have got me through every other fight as well. In a fight, he said, you will get punched, you will get kicked, you are going to bleed. You can count on that. So expect it, plan for it, and when the time comes, you hit back twice as hard. Well, the fight's not over yet. The mountain has not yet been summited, and life awaits. I cannot wait to see where you all will end up, to watch you come into your own through Instagram posts, Snapchat stories, and funny little TikToks. This, my friends, is not the end, but the beginning. To paraphrase the late Robin Williams, it is time for your next great adventure. And though you may not know where that will be, is that not the most exciting part? the part of the book that has you clutching the pages close, the part of the movie that has you on the edge of your seat, the view from the overlook that makes your stomach drop. You are the authors of your own stories now. We have reached that moment in our lives that seemed so unreachable. And as salutatorian, I know I am supposed to pass along some wisdom, some cheat code on how I got here, as if I'm any better than any of you. The truth of the matter is I have no idea how I got here. I have no advice, no answers, not for this, not for the rest of our lives. That you must find your own answer for. Together, we embark on a future shrouded in darkness, always together and yet forever separate. And we have no idea where that will take us. They say life is a roller coaster that twists and turns in mysterious ways. So though I have no advice for you all, I do have a wish. Enjoy the ride. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Ren. This time I would like to ask Mr. Matrician Board President to come up to the podium.
First and foremost, I would like to give a round of applause to our 2 sign language interpreters here this evening. It's a very tough job. And then I would like to apologize to them because I talk really fast, so you're not, I just want them to understand that I talk very fast. Thank you. Good evening. What a wonderful night to be here. There is no place more majestic for a graduation than right here in our own backyard. Mother Nature certainly has cooperated this year with the weather. I realized this week that age is catching up with me. I was asked to fill in my date of birth online, and I had to spin that wheel like I was on the Wheel of Fortune. I would like to take this time to welcome Superintendent Wiles, Deputy Superintendent Kelly White, Assistant Superintendent Vince Napoli, all of our administration, all of the teachers, staff, and leaders of the ETA SRP unit. A special thank you to our Buildings and Grounds Department. What a fabulous job they did here this evening to make it even more special for all of you. Thank you to Mrs. Lamondola, Mrs. Maria Smith, and to all your class advisors. I have to say right now, at the Scholarship Awards, I made a mistake in recognizing this person. I told her I would make it right at the graduation. I am a man of my word. So to my right, I'd like Miss Tanya Allen to stand up and be recognized. Tanya. Now let's give a great big shout out to your high school principals, Mr. Pabone, Ms. Durr, and Mrs. Galloway. Now to the reason we are all here tonight, all of you, the graduates. I have to tell all of you that I've come to this conclusion. As a parent myself, and to all the parents and caregivers, we really don't know what we're doing. For example, we spent the first 2 years of your life begging you to talk and walk. We then spent the next 16 years of your life telling you to sit down and shut up. I believe that the world is not as ugly as it sounds. There is undue pressure put upon graduating classes that they need to go forth into society and fix it completely. We are led to think that we're being sent off into a sick and tired planet Earth full of chaos and disaster on the brink of destruction. And we are supposed to roll up our sleeves like an old World War II poster and clean up the mess. But while we do owe a service to the world, I believe in a brighter outlook. The world is not ugly. It's not even broken. It is just much older than us. It has aged accordingly. It is easy to be scared by the horrors of the daily news, but I believe that it is our job to seek the good of it all, the good that will always exist amidst opposition. Now that being said, the outlook of your future will depend largely upon how well you take care of it and how much you are willing to invest in it. Your future is like an old house, and the owner of that old house knows that whatever you were ignoring will never go away. What's ever lurking will fester, whether you choose to look or not. Ignorance is no protection from the consequences of inaction. Many of you that are graduating today might rightly say, hey, I really had nothing to do with that, how this all started. I have nothing to do with the sense of the past. Not one of us was here when the house was built. How's that fair? Sure, it's true that you may have had nothing to do with it, But here you are, the current occupant of the property with stress cracks, bowed walls, and fissures built into the foundation. You are heirs to whatever is right and wrong with it. You did not erect these uneven pillars and joists and beams. You did not install the frayed wiring and the corroded pipes. But for certain, they are yours to deal with now, and any further deterioration of the future is in fact in all of your hands. If we have learned anything from the pandemic that began 4 years ago, it better be the following. An invisible organism without a brain managed to cause upheaval across the planet and overtake a presumably smarter species simply because it did not care about color. It did not care about nationality or immigrant status or gender or sexual orientation or national borders or passports. It saw all of us as humans for what we actually are, one interconnected and interdependent species. It saw what we have in common even if we didn't see it ourselves. One truly amazing thing happened as a result of the pandemic. Initially, it kept all of you apart. Telephone, Zoom meetings, Google Meets. Our socialization deteriorated for a time. But you know what's here, and you know what is truly amazing? Is that you didn't let it destroy your future. Not you. Like an underdog that was never supposed to win a playoff game, never mind a Super Bowl, you accepted that challenge. And with your poise and swag and the attitude of perseverance, you overcame it against all odds. You defeated it. You are here today because of the same attitude. And what I want from you all is to hold on to that attitude. The attitude of the class that never gave up. The class that decided that they could do anything that they wanted to do and be anything they wanted to be. Carry that. Carry it like your mark, that you'll make your mark in the world, and carry it like a badge of honor. Wherever you go from here, I am absolutely certain of one thing, and that is that this class of 2024 will do extraordinary things, and I expect nothing less than the best from all of you. Now, some of you may think that this ceremony marks the end of your high school and the end of the safety of home and the end of comfort of knowing what you will be doing today. That is true. We are at the end of one chapter of our lives. Some of us are going off to college next year. Some of us are joining the workforce. And as you saw here today, some of us are joining the military. But all of us are starting something new, and that is exciting. So rather than looking at this ceremony as the end, look at it as the beginning of our futures and the rest of our lives. Go bravely into the future and embrace the unknown adventures that are awaiting you all. You have certainly earned it. You have certainly overcome the challenges. I hate to say it, but your challenges are far from over. In fact, the greatest challenge of your lives are about to begin. When you leave this place today, you leave the safety of familiarity behind. But whatever you do, don't fear this next step. I want you to be excited. Go out and face life with determination and grit that you have shown this school and everybody else these past years. They all believe in you, and so do I, as you have given them no reason to question the greatness you will all achieve. I know when it comes down to it, this class right here of 2024 is going to live their lives fully with no regrets. This is a class of innovators, a class of dreamers, of artists, musicians, and athletes. This is a class that can do anything they set their mind to. You see, the difference between what you do and what your purpose is profound. What you do is a job. It's a way of making a living. But your purpose, well, that is something higher. That is your calling. You have a purpose in this world, even if you don't know what it is today. That is okay. But making the driving force of your life your purpose, not your job. And definitely don't make it money. You will know what your purpose is. The journey has not been about how you stand taller or jump higher and run faster than the next person next to you, but rather how you, in fact, are taller because we stand on the shoulders of others. We begin at a higher elevation and thus seem to jump higher because of a climb that has been already made. For all of us in this room, we need more of us to shift from the value of comfort to valuing social justice, even as we recognize that valuing social justice will not always be make us even more comfortable. You're going to get what you're meant to get. You're going to go one way or another. You can write yourself out, but you can't write yourself out of your own destiny. Don't be afraid of the journey. Some of you, a lot of you, will rocket to the top, and you'll stay right there for the rest of your life. Some of you will start out strong and then bounce back. Here's the thing about character. It is not created with a single act, no matter how brilliant or bold. It is forged in the smallest of struggles, the product of thousands of strokes. Your tool for carving your character's template lies in the words of poet Robert Lowell. Within you, peculiar powers to choose. Ultimately, it is the choice of the fundamental over the frivolous, preferring what is true over what's accepted, the choosing of what is right over what is easy. I want you to take a quote with you tonight from Abraham Lincoln. He once said that character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. On behalf of the members of the Board of Education and the administration of this district, We wish you all the best of luck for the future, and I won't say congratulations, but I will say you did a great job here today. Please take a moment tonight to take this all in.
Thank you, Mr. Matrician. At this time, I would like to invite Megan Wright with the valedictory address. Come on, Megan.
Okay. Good evening, faculty, staff, friends, and family who join us tonight to celebrate and support the Ellenville class of 2024. And to my peers who I share this field with tonight, congratulations. I am honored to speak before you all on this beautiful milestone of an evening. My fellow graduates, this small town has brought us so many relationships and connections. It has fostered both friendships and beyond. The countless bonds we have created, growing apart, poor endings, and amazing accomplishments we have experienced throughout our years have shaped who we are today, sitting here, ready to move on to the next chapter of life. While you might not be taking all those relationships with you onto the next page, you must remember that they have still worked to shape you as an individual. People are experiences, not possessions. So prioritize relationships while you have them. You never know how long a person will remain in your life. You never know how long you will be privileged to bond with someone. The one you tell interviewers about, how they are a brother or sister to you, not just a friend. The one you plot 30 years in the future with. The one you will forever look back on and admire no matter the extent of a possible falling out. The one you will thank for growing alongside you through thick and thin. Love and loss are an inescapable reality of life, whether it be family, friends, or significant others. While the sad undertone of that is undeniable, it is a truth we must accept. However, we must use that knowledge to empower and inspire the mindsets we move through life with. Enjoy the people in your life at every chance you get. Communicate your feelings effectively and respectfully to avoid unnecessary arguments and hardships. Many unexpected events are going to occur, ones you can't control. So please don't let yourself regret the ones you are in control of. When it comes to those we surround ourselves with, focus on them. Losing someone prematurely can be detrimental to all aspects of life. It's devastating, so take the time to thank those you have fallen out with, through words or actions, and take care of those you still have. They might not always be there to run to when needed most. Savor them now, their kindness, their love, their wisdom. While academics may be why I'm up here tonight, and while the parents and educators listening might say otherwise, I encourage you never to lead a life resembling my years here. Don't break yourself down over that one assignment. Never isolate yourself when things get hard. If I could go back, I would. The countless opportunities I bailed on because of school and my overwhelming anxiety surrounding it are my biggest regrets to date. However, you live and learn, and the past couple months have been some of the best of my entire life. The people, the experiences, the memories made. Those that wouldn't have been possible without the hardships I endured. While we still have growing and learning to do, ensure that you are able to reckon with what has happened. Find it in your heart to be grateful for all the moments that brought you here tonight. Opening that space in your heart allows for your happiness and fulfillment from life to expand tenfold. Congratulations, class of 2024. Lead your next chapter with gratitude, respect, and love. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. At this time, I would like to invite the president of the class of 2024, Nevaeh Roller, on stage.
Okay. Wait, okay. Good evening, family, friends, staff, and the graduates of the hour, the class of 2024. I'm Nevaeh Roller, your class president, and it's my honor to be standing here in front of you today as we celebrate the end of one extraordinary journey and the beginning of another. First, I would like to thank Ms. Caban and Mr. McKeever for taking on the challenge of being our class advisors and making it possible for us to have a junior-senior year. Our time here at Ellenville School District has been a journey unlike any other. We are not just a group of students, but a community bonded by unique experiences. Each of us with our own individual talents, passions, and dreams has contributed to our vibrant class. Together, we have created memories that will endure long after we've left these halls, leaving a legacy that is uniquely ours. Growing up in Ellenville has given us the privilege of living in a diverse community, enriching our lives in countless ways, opening our minds to different cultures, traditions, and perspectives, shaping us into more empathetic and understanding individuals. We may not see it now, but growing up in our little diverse village has prepared us to face the world with grace, empathy, and self-empowerment. As we continue these next chapters of our lives, I ask you to all try your best to remember any adversity you may face or have faced. Whether it be academic struggles, family difficulties, or personal setback, greatness resides within you. Success is not measured by the absence of challenges, but by your resilience in overcoming them. Embrace your uniqueness, your talents, and your dreams. Believe in your ability to rise above adversity and to inspire others with your journey. Greatness is not defined by perfection, but by the courage to persevere in the face of adversity, kindness to oneself during struggle, and determination to continue moving forward, one step at a time. Remember, we are all capable of achieving greatness, not despite our challenges, but because of the strength and wisdom the challenges we faced have given us. Embrace your journey, celebrate your progress, and believe in the limitless potential that lies within you. Thank you, Ellenville School District, for providing us with the platform to grow and learn. And to my fellow class of 2024, here's to us, an unstoppable, unbreakable, and united group. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, they're not like us, they're not like us. Thank you.
Thank you, Nevaeh. Thank you. This time, our superintendent, Ms. Wiles.
Good evening, Mr. Matrician, the Board of Education, Mr. Pabon, Mrs. White, administrators, staff, parents, family members, and especially the class of 2024. Special thanks to the Board of Education, whose commitment to the Ellenville school community continues to create opportunities for all of our students. I'd like to thank and recognize all the great teachers and staff members here tonight and not, who come to work every day to do the world's most important work and have made a tremendous difference in the lives of each of our graduates. Most importantly, I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our parents, grandparents, guardians, family members, and invaluable friends who have provided encouragement and love to the students who sit here tonight. I say every year that there are two great gifts we can give our children. One is roots and the other is wings. Your guidance over the years has been the most significant contribution to their success. You've ensured that our graduates have developed strong roots and wings so that they're prepared to continue the journey that lies before them. Graduates, it is with so much great pride and joy that I stand before you today on this beautiful June evening with the breathtaking backdrop of the mountain with the giant number 24 on the rock to celebrate your high school graduation, a major milestone. A milestone that marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and growth. Your educational journey began in September of 2012 when you entered kindergarten. For many of us, including your families, the 13 years since have passed so quickly, but I am sure that there were many times when you felt this day would never come. And as you continued on your journey, you counted down the days to prom, class trips, and looked up to the ridge and waited for your turn to paint that rock. You became increasingly aware of the demands and excitement of high school. But as you entered the 9th grade, you were faced with challenges and changes you would have never thought could happen. There was remote learning, masks, hybrid schedules, and so much more. But you persevered with the grit and resilience of true Blue Devils. We are so proud of your accomplishments in the classroom, in the studio, in athletics, and on the stage. Many of you joined clubs, played sports, expressed yourselves through music and art, and discovered new interests. You have faced numerous challenges and experienced so much change that made us all proud. After tonight, you step into a world that is rapidly evolving, driven by advancements in technology, shifts in global dynamics, and new ideas that challenge old ways of thinking. And you'll need to be lifelong learners who are adaptable and resilient. These changes will also open doors to new opportunities, pushing you out of your comfort zone and onto new experiences. And while you may feel some fear or reluctance, you are all well prepared with grit and resilience for anything that comes your way. So tonight, I challenge you to continue to welcome change with optimism and courage, embrace the unknown, and seize every opportunity, and continue to strive for excellence in everything you do. As in years past, the graduating class was given a book chosen to provide encouragement, inspiration, and examples of life lessons to draw upon. The book chosen for you is a journal, which has blank pages, yours to write in and fill with your accomplishments, failures, feelings, frustrations, and joy. You can document the transformational change that you will experience, and someday you'll look back on those pages and revisit the first steps of the new journey you've begun today. Please come back often to visit. We all love when you return and share your stories and successes. This community will always be here for you. On behalf of the entire school community, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Your accomplishments fill us with pride, Ellenville pride, and we cannot wait to see the incredible impact you will make in the world. Congratulations to the class of 2024. We wish you much love, success, and happiness.
Thank you, Superintendent Wiles. At this time, I would like to invite Crystal Caban and Sean McKeever on stage, your class advisors.
All right, we're going to start calling the names of the... Tell the Gattaca it's your turn. Ready? Megan Wright. Just make sure they wait. Ren Anderson. Tyler Beadle. Haley Brassard. Kaylee Kane. Diamond Copeland. Soraya. Soraya Cromwell. Just Cruz. Sarai Cruz. Skylar Davis. Iris DeMornay. Daniel, you want both last names or just Farthing? Daniel Farfan. John Gattaca. Stefan Gattaca.
No, I'm okay. Sarah Gonzalez. This is your moment. Hannah Graham.
I was waiting until they shook Carl's hand.
Camille Mack.
Olivia Morello.
I got it. Olivia Morello. Ready? Johanna Morse. Ashley Nunuvero. Sabiha Rahman. You're going?
You go, please.
Carlos Rayban. Kevin Rayban.
Mia Rose Santiago. Adriana Sorbara. Dina Stewart. James Valenti. Mackenzie Albert. Tristan Albert. Zoe Bates.
Adrian Bautista Lopez.
Josh Bullen. Deja Bonilla. Justin Bridge Mahan. Saran Briscoe. Cameron Kane. Carrie Ann Champion.
Maya Chavanis. Uh-oh, where am I? Elijah Correa. Devon Douglas. Timothy Duran. Hannah Ganga. Victor Garcia. No. Mariah Gibson. Brandon Gomez. Alicia Gonzalez. Abigail Greener. I got Cameron. Cameron Hallis.
Tristan Hanrahan. Tanner Hollenbeck. Lamaya Hull. Put your hat on, just for the stage. Just right now. 13 seconds, you gotta put it on. Just put it on, please. For us. For us. Christian Jackson. He didn't even wear it. Joseph Jameson. Miranda Jones. Redner Jones. Matthew Jones Redner. Brooklyn Kentop. Miguel Kiernan. Jason Kinsey. This is the last one for me, then we go Manaya. Theora LaFountain.
Ready? Manaya Laurel. Jeremy Lopez. Alex. Just Alex. Alex Luna Cruz. Maciel, no, I got it. Salvador Maciel. I will. Louder than I've been doing. Billy McGaw. Okay. Okay. Javen McCombs. Yep, got it. Daniela Membreno. Ready? I'm ready. Okay. Silas Millis.
You can announce up to Dominic.
Okay.
Salem.
Thank you.
Yep. Minor.
Salem Minor. We're here. How are you? You ready? Christopher Morales. He's got Batman. I didn't see it. Yeah, I love it. Dominic Moza.
Hi, Crystal. Hi, Sean. Been waiting a long time for that, haven't you? Dylan Nero. Amelia Nilo. Blaze Nolan. Dara Ortiz. Palisi. Michael Palisi. Sage Pascal. Madison Harlow. Interesting kid. Ready? Madison Pauly. You want Izzy or Isabella? You want Isabella. You want it to be official. Makes sense. Isabella Pearson. We'll switch after Jacob so you can say Nevaeh.
Okay.
Jameer Ragland. Olivia Reese Aquendo. Joyce Lee Rodriguez. Jaleva Rodriguez. Jacob Roller.
I can do it.
Do it.
Nevaeh Roller.
Do you want me to keep going? You're good? You can do it?
I can do it.
You can do the rest of them?
I love you. Yadiel Roman Martinez.
You want me to switch?
Yep.
Isaiah Russell. Stephanie Santamaria. Cameron Santiago. Jillian Schaub. Catherine Spohr. Lauren Story. Do you want junior or no junior? No junior. Travis Thorpe.
Okay, I'm gonna take him.
You sure?
Yep.
You want me to just keep going the rest of the way? You want to just do Jake Wright and that's it?
No, I can do it.
You sure?
Yep. Okay. Amelia Torres. Ready? Did it? Gabriela Torres.
Meter.
Got it. Matthew Van Meter. Gigi?
You want Gigi or Giovanna?
No, you have to care.
Gigi.
Giovanna Vega. You did it. You ready?
Ramos.
Vega Ramos.
Ramos,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Willie Vega Ramos. Woohoo! Good. Jay Velez.
Vera.
Got it. Vera. Yadiel Vera.
Vieira.
Ramel Vieira. Ready? Garciana Walters. You ready? Jasper Whitted.
No crying for the last
Okay,
one.
I'm okay.
Do you want me to say the word?
Nope, I got it. Ready? Austin Wood.
You can do it. Come on. Just get through it.
Jacob Wright. We did it.
All right, do we leave now? We're good?
Yep, I think so.
Class of 2024, we have no doubt that you are prepared to positively impact the future. Continue to plant goodness, stay curious, important, and treat others as you want to be treated. As said earlier, storms will come. However, continue to push forward. Don't stop. It has been my pleasure to be your principal. Congratulations, class of 2024. Now, class of 2024, please stand. Please move your tassels to the left side of your graduation cap. Class of 2024, by the power vested in me by the Commissioner of Education in New York, I am proud to pronounce you as graduates. Yeah. Let's go.